For me, he's not even scoring.
We never discussed that, but how do you not feel about foreign manager?
He'll get a red card and then he'll go back to... He'll be like, I knew he couldn't trust him.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you're listening, welcome to another episode of Podcast Pundits. I'm J-Man, avid Man United fan, back hosting this week, bringing calm to the seat because obviously last week was a little bit animated by De La Strada for obvious reasons. But bringing it back in, a bit more mellow this week as it's international week as well. So we'll go around the room, see who we got with us this week. A bit depleted, but nevertheless, we're still here. Strives?
Yeah, man, what you saying, bro? Yeah, man, I noticed you went back to default factory settings. You used Della's intro. And I know that made Della smile still. We did actually comment on how mad Della was there last weekend, but I mean not last weekend.
He didn't come
last week. No, not really, because you rocked shades for the whole episode. The entire episode, at least. Like, I think when we pulled the start, at least the shades come off. But you actually stayed in character.
I was comfortable.
But yeah, man. Nah, as J-Man's introduced me, I go by the name Strive, so you can call me Striver. Representing Arsenal whenever it's international week. I'm always repping Nigeria. Rep England as well, but since they broke my heart in Euros 1996, it's never been the same. So
Never.
Joey?
Yeah, it's your boy Joey, a.k.a. Joey Nomadic, a.k.a. Liverpool #1 supporter. Repping Liverpool today. I hate international breaks, man. It's a waste of time, man. Just an excuse for FIFA and all the governing bodies to make some more money, but really and truly, champions should be resting, gearing up for the final leg of the title run, but we're wasting it on watching ITV and Channel 4 games. No, who's got time for that?
Yeah. Last but not least.
Oh, it's me.
Della?
De La Strada. Sometimes a man of many clubs, sometimes a free agent, but yeah, most times I collect trophies. So yeah, today I'm on a humble thing.
No clubs now.
The social media's been getting at this guy, man.
I'm on the humble thing, and we've won the Carabao Cup. Now it's in the past, so now we're gonna get ready for maybe the Champions League, and then we'll see what happens next season. We're just here for the trophies, isn't it?
I can't lie.
Now you won Carabao Cup. Where'd you put it? Where'd you rank it in terms of charity?
Yeah.
Charity Shield and Carabao Cup.
Remember,
that's a good one. Actually.
Newcastle had to beat Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool to get there.
It weren't Man City, it was Nottingham Forest.
Oh, okay,
that's right. Yeah.
Even harder, bro. This season, even harder.
True.
Where would I rank it in terms of the Community Shield?
Yeah, like Community Shield and Carabao Cup, based off of Newcastle's win.
Based on Newcastle's win, Carabao Cup, I think ignoring Newcastle's win, where would you rank the Carabao Cup? Where did I stand? Where did I stand in this?
I think you said charity Community Shield is higher.
Did he?
Because
I
don't think he did,
Oh, okay.
I think I said that, but I think what Della had a sidebar kind of argument to suggest that because he was doing it like, I can't remember exactly, but you was combining it with different trophies.
I was saying...
Oh, yes.
Obviously, one combining with different trophies, but also saying, in order for those two people to come, it's either the winner or the winner of the FA Cup. And in order for you to get there, you must have won the FA Cup and then won the league, which is harder to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the case of Arsenal's second time around where they didn't win the FA Cup, and they came second. So why you man here?
Yeah. So, what was your answer?
Carabao Cup.
Okay, fair enough. And Strav, did you change your mind on that?
No, but so what I did do this season is I've given Carabao Cup a bit more respect because I used to just rubbish it off. Like that was due to Arsene Wenger, but. Not that he's ever rubbished it, but it's just the way he used to treat it. The way we used to field our players. We didn't really used to take it serious unless we got into the semi-final or something. So I kind of just went with me. But then obviously getting that taste of the semi-finals and actually wanting to win that trophy, I thought to myself, you know what? I can see the value in, winning the trophy and showing up in sunglasses for the whole episode like De La Strada as well.
Yeah, because I know there's been loads of talks about scrapping it because Italian
the Carabao Cup.
Well, yeah, like I don't know if it's like a serious conversation, but just like from media outputs, because obviously they don't have an Italy anymore and they don't have a League Cup in Spain.
Okay.
So like most leagues don't have a League Cup anymore.
I think they should still keep it there.
Yeah, they only brought it in for, apparently the reason why it came was for the big teams that had fallen out of the FA Cup.
Oh, is it?
Oh, that's a good point. When it was Coca-Cola.
Do you remember?
That's when Liverpool used to dominate it.
Wasn't there was a time when Fergie said he wouldn't go in the FA Cup as well or something? He had a fallout. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that when you guys went to Brazil?
Yeah. There was a fallout in that. But anyway, it's international week. Obviously, England playing. They played their first game. They're playing their second at the Mo.
Declan Rice just got another assist.
And Kane just scored. Are these England managers going to just let Kane play 90 minutes all the time?
Did you see what Thomas Tuchel was kind of had a little bit of a shot at Arteta, basically?
What did he say?
It was kind of just saying like they're kind of cool, them two, Thomas and Mikel, but it was just basically saying Mikel didn't really care about England when we played Declan Rice in, because we had that massive lead against PSV.
Oh, yeah.
So playing him in the second leg, we weren't really considering the international break.
Why did he say that for?
He's just basically, I think he was more so just talking about managers that maybe have this ideology in their mind that their players should be spared for international duty.
But Mikel's never said anything like that. He always encourages his players to go, and when they ask him about it, he's just like...
apparently thingy. You know where I watched, actually, I don't know, I can't say that I heard it first hand out of him, but Charlie Watts, or was it Charles Watts?
Yeah, Charles Watts.
Yeah, Charles Watts. Yeah.
Oh, was it today?
Yeah. So he mentioned today that there was a little bit of a pop between Tuchel.
I saw the clip. I thought he was talking about because Declan Rice said that Tuchel and is similar to Arteta. So I thought that's what Charles Watts was talking about because I haven't actually listened to the episode. No.
Apparently there was just a little bit of like I said, it's not crazy spite, but just a little.
Yeah, that's a little. If he did say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to come back to you, Dilach. There's a good point where you're saying with Kane and as well. And it's interesting to see, especially in the last game, I'm not too sure about this game, but he still drops back a lot, which I find is a bit baffling at his age, where he should just stick up top, because we know when he's in there, in and around the box, he gets the goals, the vital goals for, when I said England's contribution, he always gets the goals for England.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't really watch the game or notice him dropping too much.
But he still lets to come out there, spray balls.
Yeah, I think when Jude is playing, as long as basically, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with him dropping if you've got runners.
Fair.
So if someone's going to run, and run into that space, let's say Jude is doing it, yeah. But if no one's doing it, then yeah, bruv, you don't need to come into our space.
I agree.
Also, he's older, so he has to adapt his game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Physical, and he hasn't got that drive on him that he used to have. So it just makes more sense being able to drop deeper and dictate the play. But how to utilize that is the manager's issue rather than his issue. Sometimes last season, it just felt he was doing it whether Southgate wanted him to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And what did we think overall of this squad that Tuchel's picked?
I think everything was okay apart from Jordan Henderson.
What, just because why was he picked? Is that just some people said experience, but...
Well, what experience? So Jude hasn't got experience playing for Real Madrid for 2 seasons.
Exactly.
Kyle Walker's still there. Pickford's still there.
You ain't really said any champions though.
No, but let's not say that. It's not. I don't think it's about being a champion. Because before Henderson was a champion, he wasn't a champion. You know what I'm saying? But he took over from Steven Gerrard, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes having that person, not having to be in someone's shadow all the time, it allows you to express yourself a bit more. So what's he doing in the dressing room that Jude can't do? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the fact that Jude's won everything that he can win.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a thing of winning. I just don't think it's absolutely pointless, because in 18 months' time when the World Cup is in flight, well, what's Jordan Henderson going to be doing?
No, but you see, obviously Jude has winning experience, but does he have the experience to kind of manage different personalities and
but you got Kyle Walker still there. Kyle Walker's won everything.
Yeah, no, 100%. But so obviously I probably wouldn't pick him, but I can understand why somebody would pick him, especially if you're new to a team and this is your first squad that you're establishing and you're trying to maybe continue some good things that Gareth Southgate left off.
But towards the back end of Southgate's tenure, Henderson wasn't even in the squad. Henderson hasn't been in the squad for a while, so I don't know why you and it's not as if he's been boarded out Ajax.
It's just his guy, isn't it? Like some people have their guys, and when you're going to battle, you want certain people.
I heard that, but if he had managed Henderson, then I'd get it. Like the same way Reece James just came back into the fold, because obviously he's managed him at Chelsea, but he hasn't managed Henderson, so I don't see the point of.
But he's managed against Henderson, and sometimes when like Pep puts the arm around some of the guys, and you're like, he does it. There's always one guy on the pitch that Pep puts, because I like the way what you've shown today. And if I wasn't here, maybe I'll bring you to my club or something. Maybe that's just the relationship they have.
I hear. But I just think in 18 months' time, he ain't going to the World Cup.
What about Rashford?
Rashford,
you think he should have been in the?
I think he should have been. I don't think he should have started. But based on current form, he has been one of the best left forwards in the Prem.
No. Anthony Gordon's got to be.
I said one. I didn't say that. I said
one.
Okay. Of course, him and Gordon should have been in the squad, and maybe Gordon started. But I don't think there was any issues with him.
I think
Gordon's on the bench, isn't it?
I think he's injured.
He got injured. Okay. But I think he even was on the bench because he might have been holding something. I'm not sure.
Gordon.
Yeah.
No, I think he was fit.
Because what was it? A hip injury? They were saying it was a mad one. Actually,
I think it's my guy.
Ebe, come on.
Ez scored.
If anything, he should have started on left.
Because then there's other players like Conor Gallagher that he's not in the mix as well. And then obviously you got someone like Dean Henderson. I know different players, but we have a breath of like midfielders coming through that we could push into that team.
Jordan Henderson or Dean Henderson?
Your Henderson.
Yeah, so Jordan Henderson is exactly. So you've got Conor Gallagher. I'm not his biggest fan, but bro, these people need to get experience, and you only get experience by playing these games week in, week out, and going through adversity and whatever. Like all this old guard malarkey, bro. This guy is washed now, man.
Because I was going to say,
wait, why are you saying he's washed? You didn't even watch him play.
I didn't rate him in the first place.
Yeah, but just because you don't,
but now
obviously loads of people rate him, though.
I'm not disputing that, but I think at this point in time in his career, he doesn't need to be in the squad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's just going to be around the camp. But people, Harry Kane hasn't won anything, but Harry Kane, he's been part of this squad for a very long time. There's good pros in this team already.
But he's not stopped doing what he does best, which is score goals, though. So you can't really leave Kane out.
No. I'm saying Kane is there. So
that's what I mean.
Kane, and you've got good professionals in the squad.
So you're saying we've got the experience, so you don't really need to add him in, which is a fair point.
So who do you think should be starting instead of Jordan Henderson?
Well, he's not starting. That's what I'm saying. He's not even. He's
just a name on a sheet.
Sorry, not starting. Who do you think is missing from the squad?
I would have thought, obviously, because maybe he's probably in the squad because there isn't another option to Declan Rice in playing in the six. In that case, there's Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, but why is Conor Gallagher not in the squad?
Yeah, we don't know.
He must have beef with him then, because they're managing him.
Well, it can't just be beef. Maybe he doesn't fancy him.
Yeah, but why though, bro?
Exactly.
If you managed him at your club, why would you not fancy him?
Look, speaking of the devil, why is he coming on?
Who? Curtis. Oh, yeah, because he loves it, bro. Like,
and he's not dead. He's not a crap player.
I hear what Della's saying.
It's hyperbole. Yeah.
Because you got to remember as well that it's in USA, right? This World Cup.
I believe so.
And then they'll play some games in Mexico. So my thing is as well, like these are going to be very like humid games, high kind of, exactly, high intensity. Is he going to even have the legs for someone like an oldie to be on the pitch?
No.
Why not though, bro? There's better old players that play.
But Jordan Henderson. Okay, are you happy for it? Do you want it? Do you think?
I don't care about England like that. So that's how. But I like Henderson, and I feel like Henderson is an underappreciated player in his career.
Well,
somebody that played for Liverpool.
If he was underappreciated then, and now he's not appreciated. So he shouldn't be here.
But the only other person I could think that should be in the squad over him is who's that guy that used to play for Man City and Leeds? Ponytail. Calvin Phillips.
He's not been doing well.
Calvin Phillips, Conor Gallagher, who I don't think is a six in my opinion.
No, he's not.
And
Gomez should be. I haven't been watching Gomez. I think Wharton's exactly.
Yeah, but Wharton's been injured the whole season.
Under 21.
But exactly. So,
only because he's been injured the whole season. Otherwise, he'd be in the squad.
James has been injured all season.
Who?
Reece James.
Yeah, but Reece James is his guy.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Adam Wharton's not his guy.
Yeah, but why is Henderson his guy? He hasn't managed Henderson.
I thought Ethan should have got in over Rashford personally.
Yeah, but did you hear about Ethan scored today?
Yeah, Ethan scored. I saw the goal still.
Why did you think
it was a good goal?
Yeah, it was just I was going to say he's normal, but he's got that Iron Robin kind of thing. Just
was he playing on? He cut in and just banged it.
From the highlights I saw, I didn't watch it live and direct, but he was drifting in from cut in. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I really like the same way I rate Myles Lewis-Skelly, I really rate Ethan Nwaneri. So,
but I think it's a good thing he's not in there. I think he doesn't need unnecessary pressure right now. Not that he can't handle him.
Why do you think that would be pressure?
It's just the media, the way the media can be. I just don't think he's got plenty of time. He'll be at the World Cup. 100%.
It's not the right
you
time.
think so? Do you think he'll be
100%?
Because even in under 21s, they didn't start him in the first game.
No.
I was thinking this is rude, man.
Yeah, but
especially off the back of
who did
a
they
couple.
play?
Do you know who started France? They played.
Yeah, they played the on the right. I think it was
they played Jaden Philogene or something.
Yeah.
I think is his name Jaden.
Yeah, Philogene.
Yeah, Philogene.
Oh, it said it was on the left on when I checked the.
So maybe he was on the left, and on the right, I think it was Elliot or it was Elliot. I think
maybe it was McAtee. McAtee and Elliot, they both played. So one of them played on the left.
Yeah.
On the right, sorry.
So I get why you would want to see him in the squad, but why do you think Tuchel would put him in the squad, or why should Tuchel put him in the squad?
Because I don't know. Like I see obviously I'm biased being an Arsenal fan, but when I've seen him deputise for Bukayo Saka on the right, I'm thinking this guy, like we no longer need a right wing cover. And I feel like he hasn't. Like I feel like the drop down hasn't been as immense as one might have expected, and he's 17 or now he's 18 years old.
Wait, which mean?
Yeah, like just when I say the drop down in terms of what we're losing from Saka.
Oh no, it hasn't.
Yeah.
But everybody's saying that. Obviously, you lot have still been very competitive.
He didn't play straight away. He got injured, so he was out for a few games.
Who?
Ethan.
No, I'm saying obviously, like you guys have been still being competitive in the period where Saka hasn't been here, but a lot of people have spoken about the lack of quality or lack of line-breaking passes when Odegaard's not there, but most importantly when Saka's not there. So, like, why do you say that?
I'm saying the drop-off isn't as bad as immense as I would have thought it was. Obviously, I'm still acknowledging you need Bukayo Saka. Like, I'm not saying that he's displacing Saka anytime soon. In fact, I think if anyone, he's probably going to play more centrally. That's what I think. I think he's probably vying for Odegaard's position more than Saka. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Some people think different. Will say and think differently to me in that. But yeah, like just where I rate the guy highly. I feel like he's adapted to competitive environments competently. He doesn't look out of place. I think he's one of the most technically proficient players in the Prem.
Would he almost be like a trump card if we took him to the World Cup?
No, I don't. Well, as in
someone
was meant to be.
For
Michael Owen.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. More along Michael Owen, like.
I think he'd be. I think he'd be. I mean, what's a trump card by definition? Is that someone that gets you out of trouble?
It's like a blackjack.
It's like a top, like a ace. Like it's in your pack, but you probably like leave it to the right time
when you're dropping bombs.
Yeah. Then I would say so.
Yeah, but like, is he better than Jared Bowen though?
I would take him ahead of Jared Bowen.
Why would you?
I think he's a better player.
But why though?
Because I think he's a better player.
No, but I know that you think he's a better player. But like, why?
I think he's got a better beater, man. I think he's got a better shot.
Than Jared Bowen?
Yeah.
His shot's good. Yeah.
No, he's got a great shot, actually.
Yeah, he has got a good shot.
But in terms of the consistency
I think he's got
and
better IQ.
application.
I think it's better. Application, you have to give to Jared Bowen. He's older, he's got more experience.
Yeah,
whatnot. But then everything else, I think Ethan's better than him.
Again, so like, I'm Thomas Tuchel. I don't know anything about Ethan, but I know stuff about Jared Bowen because I can watch him week in, week out. So like, what would you say to persuade him to say that this guy should be coming over Foden, over Bowen, over Rashford?
Eze as well that come on for Bowen now.
But no, let's just talk about
on the right. I personally think it's okay. Those guys have more history. They got more experience.
They've got more case studies to go by.
But if we're just going on form, Foden shouldn't be in the squad ahead of Nwaneri.
Yeah.
Palmer shouldn't be ahead of Nwaneri because they've been off form.
Wait.
Based on form.
I know,
based on form of recent form.
But you can't just do based on form though. Like they're not going to decide based on form because that's like because Henderson's here, innit?
I don't know what Henderson's form. I think he's just there for experience. But sometimes, of course, you got to pick your squad based on history and form. And on form, okay, he's ahead of them, but on history, they're ahead of him. So I understand I knew Tuchel wasn't going to pick him because he's going to pick Foden first, Palmer, Bone, because those are people they've got history.
Mm.
So he probably wants to see them first hand. And
let
he
them
knows
fail first.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
rush.
I don't even think he even took too many risks. You see, like when Lee Castley brought out his squad, and there was a couple of I feel like there was a couple of names, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was that? That's the
Angel Gomez.
Angel
Gomez,
Gomez. Yeah. Like with Thomas Tuchel's squad, you're just like,
It's different remits though, man.
Yeah, and he didn't need to take any risk though. I don't think, because there's nothing really going on. Right
you would have just thought, okay, threat. And I suppose he's brought in a couple people. He's brought some players back, etc. But it's not. I haven't seen anything that made me think. I didn't see anything that made me think, oh, like, wow, we're going to see a completely different England here.
Well, based on the squad selection.
Yeah, based on the squad selection. I didn't idea. I suppose Myles Lewis-Skelly, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, that was interesting. But I mean,
it's an easy one to be.
It was kind of easy.
Exactly.
Like, what's that? Where's Newcastle's Lewis? Is it Lewis?
Injured.
So it was made. That decision was made for him. Where's, you're not going to play Shaw there. Where is that guy anyway? Injured again.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't seen him do anything brave.
But does he need to do anything brave? He's here to win the World Cup. He ain't here to think of a long-term plan for England. So he's gonna pick the same set of players. The only thing is they may play differently.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't hold too much against him against Albania, because you're playing against a low block. You see how Arsenal play against them. Sometimes you can't really tell if a team just come into defence. It's like, what can you do? But I think,
So what are you saying? Because are you saying he's happy to pick the same squad that Southgate had because he's potentially a better manager than him and he thinks he can manage them?
Yeah, he probably seen these players thinking, okay, these players are good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I've as you said earlier, like, he's played against someone, as in he's coached against some of them. So he knows what they can do. He's experienced what they can do against his own team. So he's like, okay, the England crop of players, they are who they are. Like, strike forward line, you're probably going to choose the same set of people.
Yeah.
Midfield, you're probably going to choose the same set of people. Goalkeepers, the same. Defense, relatively the same. But it's just because I'm picking the same set of players doesn't mean we're all going to play the same.
Because he's more of an offensive kind of manager, isn't he? Because I think he was like getting angry in the last game where England were trying to go back, and he's like, nah, like, he wants the ball. He wants to pump it forward.
But he did say something about he said something about Rashford and Foden.
Yeah.
He said like he wanted them to be more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How was he in the press conference? And
I've never watched him properly.
Did anyone see that?
No, I didn't watch.
Because I used to hate Southgate and like.
Yeah, Southgate.
I got Ollie and ETH from Southgate.
I think Southgate was okay in the presses.
Not tactically.
Not, but when he's talking about as in England as a whole.
So he was like a PR guy for me, and like he's just there for like vibes and PR. But when it came to tactical stuff, I'm guessing it was somebody else's job to do the tactics.
I just thought Gareth Southgate gave England a lot of like fond memories and gave England the most hope. The thing is,
you love him.
No, because
they're like the flight supply teacher.
They're saying he's my boy, but at the end of the day, he's literally, when we got excited about England, it was Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that, but I just felt like it was time for him to go.
But I think that's probably why with Tuchel it's the same kind of crop of players. He's probably thinking, I can take them to the. He's got to win something.
We never discussed that, but how do you lot feel about foreign manager? Obviously, we're all foreigners.
Who's English here?
Yeah, we're all foreigners ourselves.
But we're British by birth.
Me personally, like, if you're England and somebody else is winning you stuff, then you got to look at yourself, bro, in the mirror.
We should be ashamed of ourselves.
Yeah, 100%.
But if they got the work, well, as I said, if you get picked up the trophy, it doesn't matter any day.
No, 100%. But you sold yourself for the trophy, innit?
But who cares?
Yeah,
people always care. When
you get over the line,
Joey Barton cares.
Joey Barton cares.
But the rest of the
Simon Jordan doesn't care. But he knows. He's like, at the end of the day, there's going to be questions, and it's about whether you care about those questions or not. Yeah. Because
Jens Lehmann said something the other day about it, saying
it just takes one German. It just takes one German.
Yeah, but the thing is, when Greece won, it was a German manager.
Okay, but Greece is different.
I know.
England,
exactly.
They invented football.
Yeah. Apparently they've got that rivalry with each other. Yeah, Jens Lehmann was saying you'll never find an English manager in Germany.
Never
No
Italian.
Yes.
Never. So like, you got to look at yourself in the mirror, bro.
Yeah.
Like 100%, bro, man.
Like, I do believe it should be an English manager to manage an English team in the country. But if they don't care, I don't care either.
Yeah.
Was it a bit wild that they didn't even interview Eddie Howe?
Maybe Eddie Howe didn't go for the job.
No, he didn't get an interview. I listened on TalkSport. They asked him.
Yeah.
And he said, they didn't even call me for the interview.
Yeah, but did he want to be called for the interview?
No, he said no.
No,
but then at the same time, it's different.
Didn't want to, or did you just say they just didn't call him?
No, he said they didn't call him, but he said at this moment in time in his career, England wouldn't have been for him anyway.
So maybe that's why they didn't call him.
Yeah.
But then still, but the thing is, if you call someone and you have an interview, it could change your...
Yeah, but if he has
your perception or your outlook on what
it destroys his Newcastle relationship. Yeah. But what I didn't get is... Like, maybe Graham Potter's not a good manager, but he's still English, bro, man. Like, I'm saying, give him a chance, bro.
Yeah.
Like, have some pride, man.
They'll give it to Frank Lampard eventually.
Okay, no, bro. That would be the...
Wow, he's doing good with Coventry, bro.
Nah. We can't have it.
I don't want to hear about him.
No, bro. You know what? Yeah, I'm telling you, Frank Lampard. He's had these peaks of trust, man. I think he's. I
don't know who's
peak, bro.
Who's worse, Derby. Wayne Rooney or Frank
Lampard?
Derby
was not a peak, bro.
Why can Derby not be a peak?
Derby was not a peak, bro.
And then remember, he got top 4 with Chelsea without doing any.
Yeah, you have to remember the circumstances where he came into Derby. It was quite similar. So the circumstances he came to Derby were, I think, some of the work was done already, and they were the richest team in the league as well.
He's got wins and losses, man.
No, 100%. But I'm just saying that all of them have. If you don't want to do COVID league and injury league for Liverpool,
yeah.
you can't do
fair dues. But I'm just saying, he looks like he's going through the word tutelage. He's going through the journey. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, if he does get another opportunity, I'm not gonna side eye it as much as I may have done before, because I've seen you go back down. He's snakes and ladders, isn't it? You go down and then he's climbing his way up and he's doing a job.
So being a Nepo baby wasn't the thing back then, bro.
Yeah.
Because he was riding on nepotism hard, man.
Yeah, I know, but he's having to get out of the mud now, man.
Bro, that's you can only respect
that.
I was going to say, if we go back to even the first game strives, obviously MLS was his debut. Got the goal as well.
Yeah,
Grandma was there to see it too.
It was beautiful, man. That's my left back, man. MLS, one the kid. He's great, man. Like, off air, I don't know if off air we was talking about how the racial abuse and the condemnation that he freaking suffered at the hands of this this country, man.
But that's just media food. That's the English media.
It's not the media. It's
this country,
guys, trust me, it's the media that spark off these
things.
When I say, and then they're like,
the media,
I didn't do it.
I want to purposely, like, let's state the people. It's the media, but it's the people. It's the players like
specific
Carragher, Cundy, Neville. It's the way they speak, and it's not consistent with how they will describe other people.
I consider them guys as the media now.
But they're also a reflective sample of the English population, and obviously we're Londoners as well. So you have to understand we're inner city Londoners as well, where we are like we are favoured. So let me not say favoured. We have the favour of being in a multicultural,
of course,
environment where the diversity and inclusion it runs rife. So. So
basically we're in a fake world.
In London, we're in a fake England. So it feels very inclusive. We feel very accepted. We feel very like this is how it is.
Yeah.
But then you just have to travel in England, and you realise that it's a lack of education. Maybe if they had the same benefits as we do, maybe they might not be as closed-minded, but we do know that they're closed-minded. We do know that they have bias against. They have bias 100%. Against what they don't know and what.
I don't think it's a lack of education. You know?
No, I don't think
it's not because there's loads of educated people who still agree with.
Yeah, but I think it's nurture, isn't it? It's how you're taught. It's what you're like. I see it even around me. You know what I mean? I see it very close to me. And you know, like you can have families and whatnot. I see it in family. I see the way some people are brought up. I see the influences that are tried to be imparted onto my daughter, and I'm just like, what? And I have to thank God that I'm around. So if
The saviour is here.
Nah, but
I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, when I say lack of education, sometimes it's
more
what you're
laziness.
Even what you're being taught, you might think that's education. No, but it's a lack of education.
Yeah,
You're just being taught.
agree.
You're being
you know what
taught
it is?
stupidity.
It's like it's laziness because you can't be bothered to scratch the surface and go deeper for yourself. So you're just gonna accept the headline or whatever somebody's saying to you.
Yeah.
But it takes effort to go and dispel what these people are saying.
Yeah.
So when they're saying, "Oh, this guy is just a pompous guy and he feels like he's better than everybody else," I can either take your word for it, or I can go and watch him play, and I can go and see that all this guy has done is one celebration and smiled. That's all he's done, and then everybody hates him. So
it doesn't make sense.
I think it's laziness more than lack of education.
Great, and you know
laziness from the
person who is taking in that thingy from the media, because you can take in stuff from Jamie Carragher or whoever, and you say this guy's full of shit.
And there's predispositions, if that's even a word as well, because it's like I could see a Neil Maupay celebrate. I can see a what's the Tottenham
we celebrate
guy?
him for it.
Yeah, exactly. You can see people taking the mick out of everyone's celebrations here and there. You celebrate, but then Myles Lewis-Skelly gets freaking some get back against Haaland, and all of a sudden this guy is vilified. Vilified. A red card gets rescinded.
Yeah.
But then he get one rightful red card.
Yeah.
He got a call. He's still counted as he's been sent off twice. It's like, hold on, bro.
Yes, bro.
Yes. Bro, one didn't count. One should have, you know what I mean? And then, all right, fair enough. My man has turned up to England camp. What is he meant to do? Is he meant to be mourning? Is he meant to be sad? He's come up smiling, bruv. I looked at the picture. The picture looks wholesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the abuse underneath this picture. So obviously when he's playing, the first goal under Thomas Tuchel's reign, one of the youngest players to score in his debut. I think
he is the youngest player
to score
on his debut.
On his debut, even better then. From his position, I don't even think fullbacks score. So it was just written, man. It was just kind of written in stars for him to just come and do that thing, and obviously being an Arsenal boy as well, I just felt extra special.
Yeah, because you know what was crazy? I don't know how it popped up. Somehow an MLS clip came up on my feed from somewhere, and it was from when he was playing for Arsenal, you guys in the youth.
Oh, is
Bro,
it?
he was. If I had seen that clip from earlier, I'd have been like, "Yeah, this is crazy," because he was running riots. All the highlight reels, obviously, they compile it to a point where he's gonna look amazing. But
he was one of the special guys.
Exactly.
In the academy, to be fair, but he was more of a DM by trade. But
that's right.
Jack Wilshere was saying that this guy is...
That's why I saw him when Jack Wilshere had that YouTube thing where he was managing the...
man. Boys. And he was always saying that, man, he's one of the next up.
He's
one of the next up, man. And he's
that's why I agree. When Arsenal play him, you guys are a better team. Like when he just starts for you, because he's one of them people that I feel like he will break the boundary for Arsenal. Like, because Arsenal will always play a set way. When he comes on for you, or even when he starts, he's very direct. And that sometimes is what Arsenal need. They need a bit of direction for someone to just go, I'm not going to do it the usual way. I'm just going to do what I need to do to get my team up there. And he does his thing, man. He does his thing.
From the off, though, as soon as he touched pitch, the first time I saw him playing, you could see that this guy had bucketloads of ability, but the confidence to just go out and do it. But that kind of brings me back to the point, like, why is Arteta hesitating with guys like that? Because as soon as I saw him
when
play...
you say hesitating, in what sense?
Why have we only seen him now that there's a back
saw him in
injuries
pre-season
on the thingy?
He started playing him in pre-season.
Exactly.
So that gives you a little bit of an idea that Arteta might have.
And I think he was in the squad last season.
No, but I'm not having that.
Yeah, he was always in.
I'm not having that though, because pre-season tour is just a thing that.
But he was in the squad last season on the bench.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything, bro.
What does that mean? He was 17 on last season.
But that's a reward for being good in training, as far as
but
I understand.
But I think he was on the bench with the intention of like, if I need to bring you on, I'm confident I can bring you on. It wasn't.
I don't know.
What's that other guy that doesn't come on for Arsenal?
What, Nathan Butler?
Yeah, it wasn't a thing of that. As in the numbers, I think it was genuine. Like this guy.
I know you're saying that. But I don't know, because I've never heard Arteta say, maybe you've heard him say that, but I know that there's loads of guys who spend the season on bench before they come on, and then they get sold to another team. So my only thing is that when I saw him in pre-season, and then when I saw him make his Premier League debut, I couldn't help but think, why is Zinchenko played so many games last season? I can't help but think
that's unfair to say that.
Why didn't he get a cameo? last season. Because sometimes you just give a cameo for a reward for good behaviour.
I think
not like they're in prison.
Didn't he play in the Carling Cup last season?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I think it's unfair to say, like, why, like, he's. Let's not forget he's still young.
No, I agree, but remember, last season Strives is thinking Carling Cup is a small boy thing.
Yeah.
So it's fitting that he's playing in Carabao Cup. That to me doesn't smell of his reward for doing good in training. It smells like
but
these
you
guys
can't just thrust him into Premier League. Remember, we're challenging for the like. You got to remember the circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
Different.
It's different.
You know what I mean?
It's not when you're winning games 4-0 and you got 5 minutes left in the game.
How often were we winning games 4-0?
I'm just saying, but there were situations where you guys have seen the game out and there's time. And because we had the conversation about Ethan as well.
That's when we put Ethan on the pitch when we was hammering West Ham.
Like last season.
Yeah.
No, was it last season?
Was it the season
before?
The season before. No, it was last season. It was last season. Yeah.
The season before, I think we just gave him like when we wanted to secure his contract. Yeah. No, we needed to secure his contract. Man. We needed to give him a taste.
but anyway, yeah. When I think back to when I see him playing in the Premier League for the first time, I'm just thinking, like this. You're saying he's the wonder kid. You're saying X, Y, and Z. I saw it when I saw him playing in the Premier League. Things have to mature though.
Things have its process. Things have its timeline. Nothing before its time.
No, they are before its time.
No, because bro, like in this very season, whilst we're doing season 3 of Podcast Pundits, I was saying he was our 5th choice left back because he was. But that's part of the process in getting him into the team and then him showing that, all right, I might be 5th choice now, but I'm going to be your 1st choice or I'm going to be in your top 2.
Yeah.
And now you can probably comfortably say he's one of the first 2 names you're expecting to see left back now.
But all of this is just leading to why Arsenal don't have a striker.
No, I was going to say, though.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Why what?
Because you're paying...
How we get right here?
Because you're paying for guys where this guy could have been playing and you could have... I've made that argument for a long time. That money is going to a striker.
I think it's unfair to say that because no one... Like, we're having this debate in the group. Just because someone's a wonder kid doesn't mean it's going to transpire into adult football.
Yeah.
Just because and bear in mind, Arteta, Myles is a midfielder, and Arteta's converted him into a left back. So no one knew. Maybe Arteta had a vision, and he had a belief that this kid was going to go and do well there. But he still had to go there and happen. So
not true.
But you still buying the likes of Calafiori. Fair enough, he's injury prone. But
and he was before he came to Arsenal.
Yeah. Arsenal fans, they may say you need a striker, but Calafiori was 40 million?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a 40 million striker out there that would have moved the needle.
Not 40 million, but I'm just saying there's 40 million that's come out of the striker.
Yeah. But at the same time, they still needed a left back because the mere fact that Myles Lewis-Skelly is now the left back showed how much they did need a left back. They didn't have a first choice left back.
So why did they sign a left centre back then and not a left back?
I think the intention, the same way Pep signed Guardiola, and he's playing him at left back. I think the intention was to play him at left back and he'd be a cover for Gabriel.
Yeah.
So that's what they needed. And then, yes, I think it's unfair to say, because we've now unearthed this thing, why do you now, hindsight's a wonderful thing.
So what is it?
I mean, we did have that guy, Mike Beerif, that striker that ended up...
He's now banging goals.
He's banging goals.
But
so
it's all hindsight, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I can see the skepticism from Joey when it comes to like
somebody has to lose their job, or
like when he's just,
you know what I mean?
He's just like when he's just asking why you ain't got a strike or whatnot. Like the way he jumped to that point, it threw me off a little bit. But I can see what he means a little bit because it's like we've got this like we've got MLS in our youth ranks, that is very competent, proven he's very competent, and then we've also got this hole in the attack. In this hole in attack hasn't been addressed, but we've still been just making sure that we're sturdy, we're robust, we're cool defensively. That we're still one of the best out of possession teams. So we're getting Calafiori, we're getting a Marino, we're getting these quote unquote dual monsters, but we're not like focusing on the attack. And we've got these guys in the youth ranks that can graduate and show that place whereby we could allocate more resources to finding.
I heard that.
And we've let this Mike Beerif go and kept Nketiah, ended up sending him Nketiah. He's been useless for Crystal Palace by 1 or 2 goals. Big you up it though, Nketiah. You're doing your thing. You're trying, shall I say. And this Mike Beerif guy who's been in our ranks, he's now going off and he's doing his thing for Monaco and they're trolling us every time he scores.
But the thing is, but football's always like that. It's always hindsight. It's So let's say with this MLS thing, as I said, no one knew he was going to be this good. Now, okay.
Wait, no, some people claim they did based on the Wonder Kid.
But you know what I mean? As in, like, there was belief.
Yes.
So no one knew it's had to materialize.
Yeah.
So you've got that. And then if he wasn't there, Calafiori needs to be playing left back. Or someone needs to be left back.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans are not happy with Zinchenko. And Kirov, they could say, he does a stable job, but there's been plenty of times where on that left side, it was an issue.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then people talk about Marino. Bro, Marino's 30 minutes or 35 minutes.
But what's more important though, because you know, you work for a company, I work in project management. When things are finished, we do the lessons learned. And when things go wrong, somebody's losing their job.
But what's gone wrong?
What's gone wrong is that this is an opportune situation for Arsenal to be going for a silverware they've been hunting for a long time. And one glaring hole that's been there since Arteta has come.
Yeah, it's a striker.
So then if we were now to complete this project and we're supposed to do our lessons learned and case study, everybody's going to be, the first thing on there is going to be striker. No, but that's been the first thing on there for the last seasons.
But the point I'm making, yes, it's a striker, but at the same time, you can't ignore all the other things which need to be, all those holes which need to be plugged.
But don't you do
but let me land.
Sorry.
But if you're saying, I've got a Kai Havertz who can do a job there. I've got a Jesus who can do a job there. In order for me to go over the line, I think I need a striker that's in the region of a Sesko, Isaac. Those players are 80, 100, right? So, like, okay,
you can buy them with Marino and Calafiori.
No, but I say you could have got that, but then you wouldn't have got Marino and you wouldn't have got Calafiori. Yes, it's not worked out how it worked out, but those were holes that needed to be plugged. And you plug the holes whilst you've got something up there in Havertz and Jesus that can do a job.
But one thing you did say, is you said Havertz can do a job.
Yeah.
So why are you saying Havertz can do a job, but you're not saying Myles Lewis-Skelly could potentially do a job?
But that's just but the difference is that if we've
done the job already.
Yes, and if Marino's meant to be ready-made, and you're going for the title, you're going to trust MLS to be that player in the midfield that you need him right now. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing he's not playing in his position right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's capable of doing it.
I was going to say, how did he, Strives and Della, you know this more than me, but how did he break onto the scene? Was it because of an injury or was it because he got put in?
Who are you talking about?
MLS?
Nah, it's injury, man.
No, it's both.
It's injury, bro.
This would be a good
thing. He played him at left back. It wasn't because of injury.
This injury, bro.
I said it's both. Arteta,
he's getting more opportunity because
by
injury. Arteta was bringing him into the team.
No, 100%
as a left back.
100%. But I'm saying if there was no injury, he wouldn't be here.
But it's both.
Yeah, but that goes with everything though. Like how many times, like Conor Bradley became 100%. Conor Bradley because
it's not a slight on him. But if you guys ask me, I would say it's because of injury.
No, but I'm saying it's both because
it's always both.
If he was playing as a midfielder, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to take this opportunity.
Which mean Conor Bradley?
No,
MLS. No, 100%.
Yeah,
why not? No, why not? Why wouldn't have had the opportunity if he was playing as a midfielder?
No, because he was playing as a midfielder, and Arteta said, "I think I can put you in this position." If Arteta never thought of doing that, then even though the opportunity arose, it would have been.
No, but that happens. Like Trent, it wasn't a right back when he got brought into the first team, Liverpool first team. But Klopp was like, I don't want you to play on the right. I want you to play right back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe we're saying the same thing. I'm saying it's both. It's like it's the fact that the manager said, "I can see you playing here, and I've been playing you here. Maybe you're the fifth choice, but lo and behold, people are injured.
So it's almost
now
like
you're the first
the stars aligned.
Yeah,
kinda. And you have to take your chances, and he has been. So
yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to go completely off the topic. Something like when you two were discussing this, I thought that came into my mind. Yeah. We've got, obviously, we've got Marino, we've got Calafiori. We're talking about plugging holes here, but did we actually plug holes? And the only reason why I asked that is because, again, off air, I must have asked Della if he regards Rice as a 6 or an 8.
Yeah, I remember.
Della's like he's a 6, yeah. But Arteta thinks, we know Arteta regards Rice as an 8. Like,
do we?
Yeah.
He still plays him as a 6 sometimes.
Thomas is Partey is the 6 in my opinion, and then Declan Rice is the 8. Yeah, he does play him as 6 sometimes, but we've even when he got Rice when we first got him, he's always said he sees Rice as playing a forward role, getting more involved in the attacking build up whatnot. So I think I feel like we're gonna use Rice as our ball carrier. He's our Morgan Rogers, or our Gibbs White. That's what I think. But you could argue that he's better suited as a 6. I may agree, but then why are we looking to get Zubimendi?
It's on that one. What I'll say is that sometimes one plan, basically one plan leads on to another plan. I think Rice was going to be. This is what I think it was going to happen with this Arsenal this season. Rice was going to be the 6. Marino was going to be the 8, and wherever's in midfield. But ironically, Thomas Partey has been injury-free this whole season. Whereas before, he's been, what I'm saying? He's not.
You know why he's injury-free, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe
He needs to get paid.
So based on that, if you're seeing that as your manager, you're saying, okay, right, most times I need this guy, he just falls. So I need to plug a gap there and say, you know what? I've got a reliable person in Rice who can play as a 6. Let me get this other player who I think can play in the 8. And I think that's the hole that he tried to plug. But unfortunately, Marino came late, got injured, and he's just been playing catch-up since, so he hasn't done the 8. So I think, yes, and now Rice is now playing it as a 8 because Partey's doing amazing as a 6. So I think it just worked out like that. But I don't think that was a plan at the start of the season.
I
if he was, then he wouldn't have signed Marino.
I hear that. I get all that, but it's just obviously I was thinking because I'm like, well, Partey is likely going to go because he's getting to the end of a contract. I think we should probably extend it personally. Just give,
for squad depth?
Yeah, extend it because I mean, what are we going to get 2 6s? Yeah, but then you're looking at another 6 because it seems like we need to get another 6. So we're looking at Zubi. Mendy. Then we're Rice will be the 8. I'm guessing.
I think Rice will be the same. It'll be a 6 and an 8.
But then we still got Marino because Marino's not our striker.
No, Marino will be. I honestly believe. Maybe I'm alone in this one because I heard a lot of discourse. Everyone's thinking Marino's shit. He ain't shit. He'll come good next season.
I don't think he's shit. But what he is he's aging. He's like 28, 29.
Yeah, which is a good age.
It's a good age.
Yeah, it's a good. But you should be in your prime at the moment. Yeah, so it's not we're not at. In my opinion, we shouldn't be at come good territory. We should be your hair. Your
so when I say come good, I think, and I screenshot something. I'll share it in the group. I can't remember who was talking about it. It was. Jesus posted Rio Ferdinand. Who's his last interview with the guy from Leicester? Then he went to Chelsea.
Oh, Danny Drinkwater.
He was in it, and he was saying that he had a season whereby he missed pre-season because he was injured and he was just playing catch up. And I think sometimes as fans we don't understand what it takes to make or what footballers have to go through. So he said that him not having pre-season, he was constantly playing catch up. And let's not avoid that Marino, he's doing the same thing. So this is what I honestly think. So it's not a thing of me saying he's not going to come good, but if you're playing catch-up, it takes you a while. And then he came late, then he got injured as well.
Yeah.
I honestly think he'll come good, and I think he'll slot in as a...
But I suppose that's what my thought process was. It's like, I feel like we're still playing catch-up with our middle because Havertz, plug a cap. Marino, plug a gap.
No, but
Rice, plug a gap.
When I say plug a gap... getting loads of utility.
Yeah, so it's like, we ain't got any specialists.
No, but I think the thing is, he's a specialist. His position is an 8.
Who?
Marino. He's a specialist 8. And Rice is a specialist 6. That's what they should play in the role. And
but you say that, so I don't think Rice is a specialist 6.
That's what I think.
I don't think he's
even for England, like we're seeing him getting forward.
He can play as a 6, but sometimes he can drive with the ball.
Do both. So all right. So I know what you think, and I think I know what you think, Joey. Draymond, what do you think about Rice?
I think it's difficult, man. Because I've seen him do both, but I'm not sure where.
Yeah. See, and with it, when it's for me, I think. I would probably say Rice is a 6. I probably would say he's a 6, but now I feel like I'm buying into Arteta's vision because I'm seeing him do 8 so much, so competent. So I guess I'm leaning towards what the gaffer's thinking because really and truly, it doesn't matter what any of us think. It's what the gaffer thinks. If the gaffer's seeing him as an 8, then we still got to plug the 6.
Yeah.
Then we'll go for Marino.
But it's a squad, isn't it?
No, but it is.
But then we'll go for Havertz.
Havertz is up top. What do you mean Havertz?
No, he's not supposed to be though.
No, but
you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But what's happening now is
when
that
I'm thinking,
Havertz is Arsenal striker, then they're going to get another striker, so now you have 2 strikers.
No, but
Marino is number 8,
So
Declan
you
Rice can
don't
also
think
play
Havertz
8.
is going to play 8?
No,
No,
but
no,
sometimes
he
he
will,
will.
Yeah.
He will. But you now have a squad.
Isn't that the problem though? Because you're just got a squad full of utilities.
No, but when you're saying utilities, the only person that's a utility right now is Havertz, who's playing up front where he should be a midfielder.
Okay.
I think Marino is an 8. Declan Rice is a 6. And sometimes Declan Rice can be the 6.
Rice is an 8 as well.
No, but the point I'm making is that, okay, yeah, you got Declan Rice who's a 6, and you got Marino who's an 8. Okay, right. I want to show you formation. Marino come off, Declan Rice, you go in the 8, Zubimendi come on and play as a 6. That's a squad depth.
Yeah.
So one last thing as well. So about the 8s in the Premier League, a lot of them they can play 6s and they can play 10. I don't
6s and 10s.
Yeah, they can play 6. Like so,
6 and
for
10.
example, is it Ryan Christie that plays for Bournemouth?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you noticed, but Bournemouth's midfield is made out of wingers.
Yeah.
Like most of the guys in there are all wingers, and Ryan Christie's the guy. He after Caicedo, he's got the most turnovers.
Okay.
But this guy's a 10.
You're right.
He played 10 for Celtic, and he's playing in 6.
Yeah.
And he's playing in 8.
And then I guess McAllister as well.
McAllister plays. He's a 10. Played for as a 6 last season, but now he's playing 8 and 10. Trying to think who else. I wouldn't say Bernardo Silva. He's played everywhere in Man City, so that's why I kind of think that. I used to think Declan Rice was an 8 because at West Ham he would be tasked with a lot of the attacking and build up, but then he was also a centre back and he was also the destructive player in the team.
Yeah.
But I'm more starting to align with Della and say that he's a 6 because obviously we've been having these debates about him not turning
at half-time. He doesn't have to do it at Arsenal though.
You don't, but you
Can
no,
for people.
Of course he can. This is what my argument.
Hang on. You're saying of course though, but you could have found it.
Yeah, because you know what it is? Because you and fucking Creasy was pissing me off. So I said, let me go on YouTube and just dead these by type. I couldn't find nothing, bro.
What do you type in?
Exactly. So I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna create the YouTube because there needs to be a comp because it's crazy, man.
But then I thought about it because obviously you don't have to. Collecting the ball on the half turn isn't a crucial thing. But some people think like you have to be able to do that in the Premier League. Yeah. But my thing is that
it's because in the Premier League, like it's so usual to be pressed quite rigorously.
Yeah.
And this is what I said in the group chat, and I don't know if somebody scoffed at it, but that's not really something that Arsenal we're used to. Like
we don't build up.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't pressing us high up the pitch will just lead to your suicide. So it's not something we have to do. We have to deal with. We don't need them to...
You say that, but that's what every club says until one day they get pressed.
Oh yeah, obviously you had that with PSG.
We had it with PSG, we had it with Newcastle, and then remember Man City used to think that, and then now when Brentford start pressing them up, bro, all of a sudden they're looking shaky, bro. So if someone's gonna find you out, bro, and then when they find you out, bro.
No, but I think we're like one of the best out of possession teams out there. So I don't know if that's gonna be our issue for now. Who knows when we start having to tinker
or
in the
a new
summer
team comes onto the scene or something.
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, I just don't feel like we've had to see that of Rice. What we have to see, what we need of Rice, he gives us.
What? Sorry.
Just being this special guy on a half turn, picking up the ball.
And for England, what about for England as well?
Half turn. Of course, there's times Declan Rice receives the ball and he turns and he passes.
No. So there's a difference between collecting the ball and turning, and there's a difference between knowing what's behind you and collecting the ball on the half turn when you're under pressure.
So, like, for example, Sports started this nonsense. Everyone's running with it.
No, because like when Gravenberch gets the ball, he's always on the half turn, and you see him drop guys.
Just because someone does a half turn doesn't make
them
it's not doing a half turn.
No, it's not doing a half turn. It's about being able to
look at Bissouma, bro.
But he does that all the time.
No, exactly.
But Rice is better than him. Is he?
Huh?
Is he?
You heard
it's what?
He's better than him.
Of course.
I'm
just giving it suspense.
So what's his obsession about half turn?
No, that's what I said, because Jordan Henderson can't receive the ball in the half turn, bro.
Yeah,
and him and Rice are the same category.
No, they're not.
Oh. No, but yeah, for England, I've not noticed him having any issues in that. So that's why I think it's a bit of a non-runner in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it's
just something to say to get him down.
It doesn't look glamorous. Receiving the ball on a half turn looks it looks cultured. Just like people love it.
I think there's.
Are you saying Rice can do that because he's a pro? Because I'm saying
I've seen him. If you watch Rice play for
I don't recall. I don't recall.
Yeah, because right now there's a gender.
No. When he said it, I was thinking, oh yeah.
No, but it's different. I personally I've seen him do it. I know he can do it. But I feel like there's different versions of sixes. You know, he ain't a Busquets. He ain't a Rodri. He's 100%. A different version. He's his own version.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He does it well.
Well, no, he said he bases his game off of Yaya Toure.
No,
that's why I'm surprised that he can't receive it on the half turn. That's
we're still holding it. But I said he does. Yeah, if you want to hold on to this half turn thing, then
no, but that's what he said. He said Yaya Toure, when he interviewed Yaya Toure and Yaya Toure was in his house.
I think what he means, as in, because it's the same way that Yaya Toure can, 1 minute Yaya Toure is playing a 6, the next minute he's playing as an 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what he.
It's the versatility that he has in his locker.
But my other issue is the line breaking passes or the lap.
But is this blue chew team real?
Come on, man, we're in the podcast.
Oh, where's your man?
No, that's not the advert. This is I thought it was
American football.
Oh, yeah.
But so my issue with Declan Rice has come from the first Newcastle game Arsenal played when there was no. I think Saka was there, but Odegaard wasn't there, and nobody was making forward passes. Marino was there; he wasn't making any forward passes. The only person doing it was Thomas Partey, who was actually playing right back in that game. So, and then since then, that's what because at West Ham, I thought he was doing it, but I'm not seeing him doing it at Arsenal. So my thing is that
that's one of the areas. I think it's one of the areas that he can improve upon. But I think you also have to, I personally think we all have to acknowledge that he's next to, in my opinion, a specialist in Thomas Partey that breaking the lines, that's his bag. Receiving a half turn, England, manipulating his body, that's his bag. You know what I'm saying? But then you've got Declan Rice next to him. It's just like, it's like for me, like if I'm playing, like if I'm with Belmont, and I know, let's say LT is not there, for instance, and they're going to be like, all right, cool, Strides, I might need you to do a job, drop into the middle for a bit. Bro, I don't need to do that when LT's there now. You get what I'm saying? So,
but is he doing it for England? Because I don't watch England.
Is he doing it for England?
I think he just watch him over like 3 or 4 games. You'll see that he does it. Like it'll be difficult to pick out and say he did it this moment, does it this moment. Maybe if you watch
that one game, obviously he didn't do it.
No, but if you watch YouTube clips won't be focusing on him doing a half.
No, that's what I'm asking you guys. That's what I'm asking you guys for England.
Passing it forward.
Because
that's.
Well, no, we need something on YouTube for that though, man. Because we need to debunk the theories. But hey, if anyone's listening to this, create that, man. You'll get bare hits, man.
I think the fact of the matter is that it makes it look easy though, and then obviously you've picked out that he's had a game, obviously probably where he's not.
Well, it might have been the 2 Newcastle.
But even the first Newcastle game, didn't he play?
No, he played 6 in that game.
Didn't he play? There was one game where he played like as a 10 or right winger.
It might have been one of the Carabao ones.
No, it was a Premiership game because this is when when I think both Odegaard and Saka weren't available.
No, I can't.
There was a game he didn't play. He played on the right.
Yeah,
but I think it was actually the first game against Newcastle.
Can't remember. I just know Newcastle's had our number this season.
They've done well. Obviously, Della is obviously Burns got picked for England. Do you think he will make it to the World Cup, or is his age against him and he's just been given?
He's washing his hands off.
Already. He can't even keep appearances for one more week.
He got angry that Joe was asking him about.
No, listen. Credit to him, he got his call up. 32, whatever. But let's be honest, he's okay. But there are better defenders that should play for England. And there was one time where he just got burned. He's slow, and maybe international football might suit him because it might be a bit slow compared to the Prem. But then again, if he can handle the Prem, then he can handle international football. But I just feel like at the age of 32 now, go to the World Cup, he would be 33, 34 maybe. I think there'll be other players ahead of him.
Yeah.
But whilst he's here, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. And obviously, the game that happened tonight, Declan got the assist.
Yeah, Declan got the assist. Iberici, Eze got a goal as well.
Exactly.
Big him up as well. I wouldn't mind him in an Arsenal shirt, by the way.
But Tuchel, like we said, was talking about Foden and Rashford in the last game. I think Rashford had a bit of a better game today. Foden, I'm not too sure. I wasn't really keeping an eye on him too much. But
what, today?
Yeah.
I think he came on as a sub.
Yeah.
If I was watching it.
But the thing is, do you think that is maybe an area where they're going to struggle if people aren't hitting form in the World Cup?
What position?
The wingers.
No, they got plenty of players there.
No way, man.
No, but I'm saying, would he rotate them, or is he going to go with?
If he's a brave manager, if he's not, and I trust him to be a brave manager, I think if you're not doing it, he knows there's options available. Then it's like,
man. I think England should be calm for wingers. Gordon,
Yeah.
Rashford,
Gordon,
everything.
Saka, Rashford,
Yeah.
As a
Ranieri,
Yeah.
Eze,
yeah, can we say Ranieri?
Foden. That's 5.
Yeah, Ranieri's gonna be there, man. Mark
Yeah.
my words, man.
I know, but like from the
Are
current
we
squad,
going World Cup, you know? Because we should be going.
yeah, I
USA.
think I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
going. I'm
We
going
need to
actually.
go, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely going.
Let's watch the boy. Let's
I'm-
watch the boy.
I might not get tickets, but I'm definitely going to America next year.
Fair
Fuck it,
dues.
why not, man?
That'll be good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nat signed off, yeah.
What? Do you know who I am?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I remind him.
Remind him, bro. Deliberate back.
But
Yeah,
of course, my baby's coming with me.
Ella knows it will change.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. No, exactly. To be fair, I mean, Tuchel's got 2 wins now, back-to-back wins.
Expected that.
But I mean, what more can you want? Because not really had time to really train with him.
Expected. If he didn't get 2 wins out of games against Albania and Latvia, there would have been questions asked. So yeah, can't blow too much smoke up his ass for that. Pause.
Fair enough. Do you guys want to touch on some of these other?
I just want to be over it, man.
Yeah, I know exactly. Everyone wants to look forward back to the. Let's go.
Bro, I don't think you lot noticed, but that whole conversation was about Arsenal again.
Yeah.
Who brought it to Arsenal?
No, I'm just saying, like, because nobody wants to talk about international.
No, I agree. I don't know if that's the vibe that we get from everyone, but I think it's because we're so invested in our teams in the Prem as well. I think.
Yeah, I didn't watch the other games. I had quite a busy weekend, yeah, but I saw a lot of discourse about Nico looking decent.
Yeah, he did.
For Spain. Apparently, he looks so much better in for Spain than he does when he's playing with Bilbao. And obviously, I'm in the Gooners group, and I know a lot of them are excited about the prospects of Nico, whereas I haven't really been too excited by him. But
I haven't
apparently,
really watched him 2 times, to be honest.
yeah. So apparently, he was looking.
He did have a good game.
I watched him in Europa League twice in the last round where they played Roma. He was good in those games as well, and his brother as well. So
yeah, man. So yeah.
But the thing is, what's interesting, it was Netherlands, Spain, and that game. I only saw the highlights, but from what I saw, that was a fast-paced game. Like literally, like end to end, both playing good football.
Yeah.
So I think both those teams, they're going to be a problem as well.
Yeah, but yeah, they already are problems though. So yeah, of course, man.
And then France versus Croatia. Olise scored a banging free kick.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he did well.
Yeah, man, he's having a great season, isn't he?
I think Bayern Munich, I don't know, maybe it was like he knew it was the right choice for him.
yeah.
Because it was either him or I think it was even United. I think United were in for him. We would have.
Did you hear what he just said?
What?
I know. But
What, that Bayern Munich?
Bayern Munich was the right choice over Man United?
No, because I think we would have ruined him.
That's what he said.
I think we would have ruined him.
Yeah, of course. It's not a hard choice to make.
Bro, I'm choosing fucking #United.
But you know what? Man United do have that. They still have that pull in it. I don't know why players still go there.
Because they waste money, bro. They waste money, bro.
Yeah. Hopefully they've learned their lesson.
But it's a good fit for him because he can express himself, bro. And yeah, there's always a question mark over Bundesliga for me.
I wonder why did he choose France because he weren't getting into the England squad?
No. He's a cultured like international person, bro. Like obviously he's from West London, I think, but very much French.
But he doesn't speak. He doesn't speak.
But I swear he's Nigerian as well.
As well. So,
I think
so he's like the world is your oyster when you're from all of them connections.
But so he chose France from the offset.
Yeah. Because he played for the England at the younger levels, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Big him up then.
Very young levels.
Big him up then. Big him up. Because he's always known what he's about from young, innit?
Trying to win.
You see the memes that circulate when he was telling that galley that, yeah, man, I ain't going to be in these clubs for long, me. Yeah. He goes, yo, man, enjoy me while you can, man.
And France have a scary team if you think about it.
Bro. Just looking at their under-21s as well, bro.
Is that
loads of monsters waiting to come up, boy.
Is Ekitike? Is he?
Yeah.
He's
Nigerian. Is he one of your people's?
I
think he might be Cross Rivers, man.
Are you Cross Rivers?
No, I'm close to too far. But Ekitike, Shirky. There's a couple.
Yeah.
Is that Ugad? I can't remember how to pronounce the name, but yeah, they got a couple ways on their way up, man.
So yeah, they're gonna be they already got a good team. So the way they're doing it is it's crazy. Not just looking at their team, it's like almost like an all-star team.
Yeah.
Because they have got a lot of players that are on fire.
No, I thought you was going to say because all the players are black. That's because it's hard to find anyone that aren't black playing that team. It's either Arab or black, bro. So hold tight them still.
They're doing their thing.
I know them French people. There's a couple of people on Twitter, French Twitter, that are not liking that way. And they're warning all the English guys that this is where you're headed. If you don't continue abusing Myles Lewis-Skelly, bro, you'll be like us.
Trust me. All right, let's move back. Let's move back to the Prem anyway.
Oh, right. This is
what we came here for. I think like one of the main questions on the list was who do we think has had the most disappointing team? Who has been the most disappointing team so far in the season? Has it been like let's just rule out the bottom three that have already come up?
Okay,
because I was gonna say they kind of came up, but probably a lot of them would have thought that them.
No, so before you do that, I was just say Leicester because you've been in the Premier League for a hot minute. You've got a infrastructure and an ecosystem that is capable of thriving in the Premier League. You've been relegated, you've come back up, and you've looked worse than the season when you got relegated. And you came up as champions as well. So they would have been mine if we were including the bottom three, man. Because
as in the most disappointing?
Yeah, man.
What more than
Tottenham?
Yeah, because I'm thinking Tottenham's got a very strong.
United.
Yeah, because Tottenham's up there. So in terms of, for me, disappointing teams, obviously Arsenal's disappointing me this season.
Yeah.
So
why do you include them?
You can't be second and be the most disappointing.
I'm just, bro, because obviously it's expectation, isn't it?
No, sorry. The only reason why I said Leicester is because obviously they need to be in the Premier League to survive as a club, innit?
Yeah.
That's too much money you're losing when you go down.
And then Tottenham, though, I think Tottenham, would it be harsh to say Aston Villa's been a bit disappointing?
No. Sorry, yes, that would be very, very harsh because there's only 5 points between 10th and...
Yeah, I was going to say it's a free-fall.
So, because I was thinking because I was looking at it and I was thinking Aston Villa, they've been shit. And remember Della said Aston Villa are going to have a drop-off because of Champions League. And I was adamant they're not because Emery's experience. And I was thinking, nah, they're letting me down, man, like embarrassing me in front of my people. But then I saw it's only a 5-point gap between 10th and 4th place, man. So
whoever picks up form for the last stretch...
Yeah,
it could be in the Champions League.
I suppose so, but then I suppose with Chelsea being above, it's still a little bit because it's like every time they performed in Europe, they'll come back to the Premier League and lose. I think they broke that curse. Villa. So I still feel like they've got a case for a bit of disappointment.
But it's disappointing. Okay, I'm not disappointed because I knew what was going to happen in terms of their squad's not big enough to handle Champions League. And the Prem and be competitive in the Prem. There was going to be a bit of like a fall off and they are they're through to the quarters of the Champions League. You can't be disappointed with that. And they'll be 5 points away from the position.
So like I said, I would have maybe had Villa in there, but I knew that I probably wouldn't have found them guilty. But Spurs for sure, because they've even had their players back now. All their players are injured. They've all come back, and then their last result, they still lost
2-0. To Fulham.
It's not good enough, man.
Nah, it isn't.
I think the only thing keeping Ange in the job now is the prospect of the Europa. But I can't even.
Even if they won that, would they keep him? I
think if he wins a trophy, that would be his get out of.
6 months.
Yeah, he's get out of jail card. But then it might be a case of like ETH. Like
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, should you have kept ETH after you won the FA Cup? You'd probably now, with the benefit of hindsight, argue no. You should have let him go. You know.
So on Villa, I think I've been hearing that it's the top 5 teams going to the Champions League.
Yeah,
and they're only 3 points behind Man City, who are 5th. So that's only 3 points.
Man City's had a
I think the biggest drop off has to be Man City. And this, I know we don't care for them anymore, and Man United as well.
So let's put it down to 5 teams. Let's put 5 teams and pick one out of 5.
In mind, Arsenal's in there for me.
No.
Arsenal's for me. So Arsenal's in there.
This guy, he's going to put somebody in the watch list in prison as well.
No.
West Ham should be in there as well.
Yeah, West Ham, I suppose.
Because I'm sure a few people put them in in the top 8.
Yeah. I think, I may have even done that as well. So I'll say Arsenal, Tottenham. I say West Ham, Man City.
Man United.
West Ham, Man City, Man United, Tottenham.
Is Man United a disappointing season? I think I've got used to Man United being in the doldrums.
For where they are right now.
It's too low, man.
Not just us, but for what people expected United to be this season, because some people said they're going to win the league.
Yeah.
Some people had them as
Some people on this podcast.
Yeah. That's why they don't get hair.
Faking injury.
Yeah. Faking.
All right, so maybe
West Ham, Spurs, United, Man City. One more team.
Arsenal, man.
No.
Can't be.
You put them on, they won't get the vote. So
but I'm just like, why would that not be disappointing?
Everton have been worse than them.
Arsenal's meant to be winning the Premier League by most people's standards. If Man City are just dropping off like that, then you're thinking it's Arsenal.
Would Chelsea be in there though?
No,
Just
Chelsea, because
for the amount of money that they've spent.
They're in the top 4.
They're in the top 4, man.
No one expects them to win the league. So.
I suppose you can't put Arsenal in there because although I think
bad as they're being, they're still second.
My disappointment is mainly because of our transfer windows.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think, Palace could have been a contender, but they're on the up as well. Because
they're picking up form now.
So
yeah.
But they're above Spurs and Tottenham, so they can't be in there.
So we say Man
Wolves. I'll put Wolves in there.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one. Wolves.
Right,
but Wolves are kind of safe now.
No, they're kind of safe now, but I think their position is still what you expect them to kick on massively from last season.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And Thingy had a decent end to the season last season. Gary O'Neill.
Yeah.
And then he just started the season terribly, and they've just been in free fall since then. Because if you're going to get rid of him, you might as well have kept him if you're going to be in this position that you're in now.
Have they had a worse season than Everton?
Yeah, they have actually.
You think so? Everton's been down there all season, and Everton are meant to be they're meant to be higher than Wolves.
And they are higher than Wolves.
No, but a lot higher than Wolves. They're only literally what?
You're saying they just come out because of Moyes, right?
Yeah.
Just climb
back up. So what teams have we decided on that we're agreed on?
100% Spurs, Arsenal, Man United.
No, you didn't.
No, not Arsenal.
West Ham, sorry.
Yeah, West Ham.
Man City,
Man United.
Man
There's
City,
one
So if
more.
you have to pick one...
It's either Everton or Wolves, though, in my opinion.
But let's just pick out the 4 because it makes no sense.
Yeah, because we're going to drop one.
Out of those 4, who's had the worst?
It's got to be Man United.
It's got to be Man United.
It's got to be.
Over Spurs?
I think Spurs, man. I think. Okay, look, Man United have been dead, but you guys are, and I'm not even trying to be facetious. But you guys have been so rubbish for so long. Yeah, and I can't see it getting any better. I can't lie and say I expected you guys to do much.
No, that's not true. You definitely expect them to be higher than 13th.
Yes, but I mean, where were you last season? 8th?
Yeah.
Where did you put them in your predictions?
I can't remember.
Let
me quickly check.
I think mine.
Did I have them in the top 8?
I think mine.
So I'm going to go for Spurs because Spurs they got the same manager.
Oh, you know what? I don't even know if I had Spurs in my top 8. That's a good question that Della asked because that's the way to keep this honest.
That's true.
Keep this conversation honest. Let me check.
But I had Man United in my top 8 for sure. I had Spurs in my top 8.
But I think it'll be close.
The only reason why the friendship between Spurs and United is that obviously Ange's been there for more than Amarim's been there.
That's true.
But then the other reason why I'll put Man United in is because their leadership has just been terrible as well.
Yeah.
I'll say United. I know we don't have expectations, but that's based on the expectations of the United fans under Ineos, where they thought they were going to be competitive. Just to make
Barada, all of these guys.
Just based on how bad they've been as a leadership and therefore on the pitch as well, I think.
Yeah, I can see Karma, where he said Man United 5th. Dre, man, you had Man United 4th.
Yeah.
Where did they both have Spurs?
Dre, man, you had Spurs 7th. Karma had Spurs 7th. Joey, you had Man United 6th. Spurs, you had them 4th. I don't know. I can never find yours.
I think I put it in the podcast group.
Okay. Marley Marl had
first.
And he had them third. I had Spurs 6th. I had so I had Man United 4th and I had Spurs 5th.
Yeah, so based on the S United.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got to be Man United.
Yeah, so I'm the only one that had Spurs above United.
Yeah. You did. I can't find yours, Della, but you said you must have put them.
All right, so we're going to go with United, yeah?
Yeah, it's got to be Man United. And obviously, sticking with obviously what we were talking about before, we're looking at the top half of the table, and Della touched on it. Obviously, Aston Villa don't have the squad to compete in the Champions League and the Prem and then all the other games that they have. What do the other clubs, if they go into that top 5, need to do? And obviously, we can say they can invest into us in a bigger squad, but
I think that's the only answer. You know, it's unfortunate. Unless they...
But how much money can they really spend, though? That's my point. Even if you make Champions League.
Nottingham Forest has spent so much money and they've been docked points already under this.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's difficult because the load is different to Europa League, because Europa League, you don't have to play your big boys until like the latter stages.
Exactly.
Champions League, you got to hit the ground running from the get-go. And you also have to remain competitive in the Premier League because you don't want to lose your position. So one of it's going to give.
But does the new Champions League format, though, give a little bit of grace for that? Because obviously, I think the old one, if you were in the top 2, you got promoted. But now, what was it, the top 10?
No, because
it's still the same.
In my opinion, it might even be worse because there's more games.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more games. And as we can see, like, if you try to take it for granted, like, we nearly lost Real Madrid, we nearly lost PSG, we nearly lost Man City early doors, and then we lost them anyway in the next round, so to speak. And then those extra games.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily recovering from that. You still got your domestic competitions. Like we spoke about in this episode, we said that England's spoken about vetoing the League Cup, but we're keeping it there. So yeah, we got bare games to play anyway. So if you're now in the Champions League and you're in those mid positions and you're now you've got yourself a Champions League position, you're definitely going to get. You're definitely going to.
So what does someone like a Nottingham Forest team do then? Let's just say they get into the Champions League.
You just got to keep qualifying and keep getting your entrance monies from the Champions League and competing at the top level. And then over years, your PSR and the room for financial movement becomes wider, so that you can invest in.
It's like a long-term strategy.
Yeah, it has to be long-term. It's not going to be short-term.
But it's difficult because it comes down to squad management, isn't it? So let's say if Nottingham Forest are in that position now and they don't have the squad depth to manage playing in the Champions League and also playing in the league, let's say Newcastle don't make it, or let's say a team that doesn't make Europe full stop, so they just play with their strongest team week in, week out. They don't have the load. They'll probably overtake Nottingham Forest because Nottingham Forest are going to say, right, we don't have the squad depth. So something has to give. It comes down to being able to like manage your team and rotate your team. Maybe you don't have to always go out and get marquee players, but you can raise the floor slightly. The same way. Because even like Villa, they done well in the window in the summer.
Yeah.
And in January as well.
And in January as well. And that's what you have to keep on doing. And yeah, but I can't think of anything other than managing your squad. And then it comes down to money, which is...
I think also managing the competitions. Like if you can see yourself going on a good cup run in the Champions League, cool. If it looks like you're on your way out, enjoy it while you're there, man, and then just focus on your Prem.
Is that what you meant when you first said just focusing on getting the gate money from the Champions League?
And just because if you're just getting into the Champions League season upon season, then your priority is always the Prem. So if you've got a Champions League game midweek and you've got a Prem game, the Prem game is the more important fixture. The Champions League is your...
So you say you get that out of the Champions League, but just make sure you qualify.
If you go through to the Champions League round because you just happen to, then brill. But it's the Premier League because I'm making sure I qualify next time. Until...
So apparently what some people think Chelsea are doing is that they're able to sign these players because they register them as part of the academy squad rather than first team players. So I don't think your PSR...
But how would they have to be to play in academy?
A lot of the players are young that they're signing though. So, but like the Esugo from Portugal, he's like 17 or something
and
like
Quenda
that.
As well.
Yeah, something like that. But what they're doing, they're spending big money on these young wonder kids, shall we call them, and they're not going into the overall PSR bottom line because they're not part of that squad. That's part of the academy input. So that's something that maybe these other teams can do because if you have got... Because this...
It's true.
But it still comes down to like your squad management, isn't it?
But the thing is that, you're buying players who can play in your Champions League squad because they're going to be outside of that registration group because they're young players. And they can even play in Premier League as well because, again, you don't have to register academy players as well.
That's a good point.
So if that's potentially what Chelsea are doing, then that's what all these other clubs are going to have to start
Really,
doing as well.
really read that? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think it was
That makes
either in
sense,
Athletic or I definitely heard Simon Jordan talking about that, but I think it was in the Athletic where I saw something about that. But the likelihood is that that's going to be a loophole that's going to be closed.
Yeah, of course, man.
Chelsea
either way, the point stands, like, in order for you to remain competitive in the Champions League and in the Prem, you need to enhance your squad.
Yeah, but
however way you do,
I would say but a special focus on your academy players and getting those guys game time, because one thing that's always been spoken about is the complaints of we play too many games.
Mm-hmm.
You play too many games because that's the cost of being successful in Europe. If you have a problem with it, because you don't hear Southampton complaining about how many games they play.
Yeah.
If you have a problem with it, then you have to figure out a way to utilize your full squad to.
Yeah, so it's raising the floor.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That is interesting. But then does it make for a better Premier League? Because obviously the teams that enter the Champions League, then obviously they drop off in the Premier League. Then that's what makes great teams great, right?
Yeah.
Because they'll still be at the top of the league. Whereas probably the teams that have probably just qualified for Champions League, it's like a new experience. Might get a little bit of a drop off.
Yeah, let's be real. Next season, I don't think Nottingham Forest are going to be close to like the Champions League position. Maybe top 8.
You reckon? I feel like
will be back.
Not everybody thinks that. I feel like there's
wherever you think Man City are going to be above Nottingham Forest next season.
Oh yeah,
exactly. So
most likely,
Arsenal will be there.
No, but that's what I don't think is 100% guaranteed.
Well,
Arsenal, Liverpool, and all these teams, because I feel like this season there's been a paradigm shift in the Premier League where people are starting to really feel, oh shit, there is a restriction in PSR.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't do what because let's have it right. If there was no PSR, Arsenal are getting the guys they needed to win the league this season.
But if Arsenal...
That's the same with Newcastle, though, isn't it?
I don't think we were blighted by PSR this.
No, it wasn't PSR.
No, I'm saying if there is no PSR, then you're not thinking twice of paying 105 for Declan Rice and paying
I think there's a factor of ambition at my club, so I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. So you might be right, though.
Maybe. But even Man City, like, Rodri's injured. Cool. Who's the next best DM in the world?
Yeah.
Let's splash the cash on him, innit?
But without any additions, like, let's say the squad remain the same. Now, like I'm still confident that Man City will be up there. Arsenal will be up there. Liverpool will be up there.
Just with the return of Rodri.
Yeah.
So I think even if people don't make any more signings, I think the top 4 would relatively be itself. Then there'll be a gap of like maybe a Tottenham can get into, a United, Chelsea.
So do you think these Nunos and these Iraolas are new quality managers, or are they just of the time that some of these guys have dropped off in their capitalising?
I think they're quality managers for what they've done, but they've...
But so why do you not think they can do it again then?
No, I don't, because I think Man City will definitely be competitive more. Basically, I think top 4 is... I'm not... As I said, I don't think they'll drop off and they'll be like back in relegation. So they maybe get like top 8 or they won't be in the Champions League position.
I kind of feel like at least one of those managers are going to continue on to next season.
But if we just had this whole discourse about Villa and Emery, and Emery's a top-class manager. Villa
no, but Emery's there though, bro.
No,
because it's only 4 points off of...
Yeah, but I don't think... What I'm trying to say is I don't think a team like Nottingham Forest will be able to maintain it as well as a Villa, and Villa are out right now. So I think next season... I'm not saying they'll drop off being relegation candidates again.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be in the top 4.
So the only reason why I will differ from you is because the chairman at Nottingham Forest seems to know what he's doing.
But they'll still be hampered by PSR.
Say that again?
They'll still be hampered by PSR. They can't go out and like build a whole new squad again.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, remember, they came to the championship. They came from the championship
and they built loads of players.
Built a new squad.
Yes, exactly.
So they don't need to do that again. All they need to do is add to the bottom line, like you said.
Yeah.
So that's what, and I think this guy has...
And it's a different quality of players that you need to add now.
And he's got ambition as well. And I think they're happy to bring these water carriers to the team now that they've established like a Chris Wood or a Hudson-Odoi as a...
The difference is, in your position before, you were signing the likes of Chris Wood or Hudson-Odoi.
Chris Wood is a top Premier League striker.
I'm talking about the price range. Basically, the market you're shopping maybe Lidl or Aldi.
Yeah.
Now, for you to remain competitive in that thing, you probably need to go maybe M&S.
Yeah, I hear what
do
you're
you
saying.
though?
You probably don't have to, but let's be...
It's harder.
It's harder. And if we're to be honest, the squad that Nottingham Forest have, they shouldn't be where they are right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a blip, but if you're the better man, you'll say, yeah, next season, I don't expect this team to be as consistent again. So therefore, for you to be consistent, for you to raise that level, you probably
have the right aspiration.
Yeah, you probably need to go
higher end.
Yeah, and then that means higher costs, higher wages.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Which is fair enough. All right. Just quickly, so if the Forest do make it into the Champions League,
I'm back out again.
Who gets the manager of the season? Nuno or
Nuno for me. Nuno for me.
I'm surprised you're easily just. Why not?
Just remember, like early on in the season, he tried to say Enzo Maresca was doing a better job than us. I don't know what this fraud is.
I didn't think Liverpool were gonna win the league.
Yeah,
but now they're winning it. You're still saying
now I'm saying Nuno because Pep versus Jose. The reason why I've always held Pep in Jose in high regards is because he's gone from the bottom to the top.
Yeah,
this is what Nuno's doing, bro.
Yeah.
So like obviously all that aside, and I thought that Enzo was doing a bigger rebuild job than Slot was doing, in my opinion. So that's the only reason why. But other than that, like if he doesn't get into Europe, then it's gonna be Slot hands down. First season is a madness.
Well, but say if he gets into Europe, but not Champions League.
No, if he gets into Champions League.
If he gets into Champions League.
Yeah.
But if he gets into Europe, it's Slot.
No.
I think I'd still award it to Arne Slot because I think the Premier League is just no easy feat, as we all know. No easy feat. So
maybe it's a lot easier than you lot thought it was.
Well, Arne Slot could potentially be proving that. But yeah, like you do a debut season in the Premier League. Yeah, I mean it's been done before, so let's not go on like it's not. But yeah, man, it's very impressive, and obviously he's taken a Liverpool team that all they did was add Chiesa, and Chiesa's not really been used so much in the Premier League. So yeah, for me, I'm giving it to Arne Slot, Pauls. But I think Nuno definitely needs to an honourable mention because from where he's picked up Nottingham Forest, what he's done with them, but it's phenomenal, man. The vibe that he's built up in amongst the dressing room, they look happy. They're playing great football. They seem very resolute, robust. Chris Wood is doing a madness. Ola Aina's now probably one of the best right backs in the Prem from this season. I think he's out of contract. I'm hearing. Yeah.
And ain't Nuno the first African manager in Premier League as well?
Is he? I didn't even know that.
He's from Sao Tome and Principe.
Oh, okay.
So,
but he didn't claim Africa when he was a player, did he?
I was thinking. I thought he was an Arab.
Yeah. No, but claiming
the Arabs don't really claim Africa.
No, he's the Arab, bro. He's definitely black African, bro.
Is he? Okay.
But if you play for a nation,
racist, yeah.
If you play for a nation,
my bad, y'all.
Yeah.
That's just a vehicle to try and win the World Cup. But he's definitely the first African manager in the league as well, man. So, and you can tell by the vibes in the change room.
It's vibey. On Slot, as Strife said, he only signed Chiesa. I don't know what your transfer model is, but how much faith and confidence do you have that he can bring in his own players to take Liverpool to another stage?
Funnily enough, when he nearly won the Bundesliga in COVID season with RZ, he inherited that team as well. So
what happened after?
He moved on.
So he didn't stay on for a bit longer.
Yeah. I think he moved on after that. Still, maybe straight to is it final? Yeah. So final. I know he brought in some decent players. I think he's responsible for. Somebody has to check me on this, but I think he's responsible for bringing Jimenez into final, who was a decent striker, and a couple other decent players. But the way that I think one of the reasons why Klopp might have left is because of the way Liverpool operate in the transfer market now. They brought in Richard Hughes, and Michael Edwards isn't really doing that. It's Richard Hughes who's responsible for Bournemouth as well. So I'm quite confident in the players they will be able to bring into the team. The style of play, I think, has been decided before Slot came.
Yeah.
So they're working to a tight budget, I think, as most clubs do now. So not a tight budget, to a tight plan, and they're going to stick to it. So I don't necessarily think this is necessarily Slot's thing. I think it's a Liverpool board thing, because the way they've changed the structure is that now they can acquire other teams and fit them in kind of like the Red Bull strategy as well. So yeah, that's what they're going for, man. So I'm quite confident. But I'm interested to see it. I actually want to see it.
Do you expect them to do better next year?
No.
Or do you think it's going to take...
What's better than winning the league?
Well, that's what I mean.
Winning
Like,
league and Champions
it's
League,
going to be like,
and Carabao Cup.
yeah, exactly. Obviously, winning more stuff.
Do I expect them to do better?
Like
No.
back to back.
No. I expect Arsenal to address their problems in the transfer window. I expect Man City to do that, so I expect it to be a lot more competitive. I think the reason why Arsenal had all these injuries is because of the last 2 seasons where they've been competing for the title. So now that they're technically having a break, even and they're still competitive, I expect them to be improving next season. So
that's fair. Because I definitely give it to Slot as well.
Yeah, it just depends on who stays
Nuno.
and who goes, if I'm going to be honest.
Just because, like, first year in the Prem, just picked up the team and has just run with it.
Yeah.
He's been able to pick up the results that he has. Obviously, certain things have not gone his way with the other cup competitions, but I think, like you said, I think you take the Prem over anything anyway.
100%, yeah.
Cool. Before we move on, is there anyone else that we wanted to add to the watch list before I explain quickly?
Yeah.
No, I think it's probably time we take some people off the watch list.
Yeah, so watch list is where we're taking people to court. Anyone that's not like performing to how we expect them to perform or underachieving, etc., etc. We take them to court, we address their case, check their file, and yeah, if they're bad, then they go to prison. They stay on the list until they come off, until we grant them bail. So Strive. So on your list, you had
That's an interesting description.
Yeah, Jesus and Ineos.
Yeah, I was trying to get Jesus off for his Crystal Palace performances, and then obviously he got injured. But it looks like he's there until next season. Ineos, I don't think Ineos have done anything to come off of the watch list, in my opinion. I think they tried to. They did a little PR stunt where they got Ratcliffe doing that interview with Gary Neville to answer some questions, and I mean, I watched it and I didn't feel like,
it's a PR stunt, man. He's a businessman. I was saying that to Joe. He's a businessman.
Yeah, I don't think that the replies were satisfactory at all. I felt like they were a bit weird, and then it was weird because he's like, and he's asking the taxpayers to pay for your new stadium and stuff, but whilst at the same time like stripping. Just like
stripping Man United down from people that earn an average wages.
Yeah, exactly. And then Gary Neville came up with very like plausible avenues to achieve the same outcome, but with less fallout.
Yeah,
and Ratcliffe kind of was like, "Oh yeah, why didn't I think of that?" Like, to paraphrase, and it just made me think, "Yeah, man, Ineos, you need to stay on that watch list."
Yeah, but that might be because Gary Neville, he owns that club, I think, is it with Ryan Giggs and
Salford FC?
Yeah, so I think he's got a bit of know-how. He probably caught him a bit unawares there, which is fair play to Gary Neville.
Nah, but come on, man, this is Man United. There should be somebody who's come up with that idea.
I don't know.
And Ineos own 2 clubs as well.
Yeah, it's true. Della, you had Xerxes and Van der Ven both staying on.
Yeah, unfortunately for Van der Ven, he hasn't had an opportunity to...
been injured, hasn't he?
Yeah, so yeah.
I'm happy for Xerxes to come off that list, you know.
Why?
You think so?
I've been watching Xerxes and I think he's definitely enjoying watching him.
Yeah, me too. He's definitely improved, but if you think what he's signed for to do at the moment, maybe he's not done enough.
Wait, what's he been signed to do though?
Score goals. Marino scored more goals.
Okay, well then he shouldn't be on that list in the first place.
He was signed to be a facilitator. That's what your argument used to be. Like when you were arguing with me, when I said I would have looked at Xerxes as
but my argument was then, my bet is with Myles that Havertz is going to score.
Yeah.
And then the reason why I initially put him on, because I was like, he just looked like a bad player.
Yeah, he did.
I haven't seen him enough. I know I've been hearing murmurs that he's been looking okay.
Yeah, but he's not looking like great, but he's looking,
exactly.
Yeah, he's looking.
No, he's looking more interested.
I can see what he's trying to do, bro.
Yeah, I can see I can see the player that they tried to sign.
And I can see that the club isn't ready to play the football that he can play.
Yeah.
So when MJ talks about watching him for Bologna, I'm seeing that, but I'm seeing everyone else is on the same wavelength.
I agree.
Well, you can see that Bologna at Man United right now.
No, I can see like the balls that he's trying to play through. The guys are not making the correct runs that they should be making when there's that much space behind them.
So he's making bad passes.
No, it's just stupid players that you're playing with, bro, man.
So
I think
no, 100%. It's the players and not him right now. But the guy that you put on the list, the guy you put on the list was a guy who look like he's never played football before.
Yeah.
So that's why I say
true.
maybe it's time to
Let me watch him. Maybe
Delo just wants to win that bet, man.
No, I've won the bet already. The bet's nothing to do with him being on the watch list.
Yeah.
I think, I would have. I see what you're saying, Joey, but I think after the cup exit, when he was crying, he's staying on that watch list.
Joey, you had Casemiro.
Casemiro's actually been decent, man, but he's done, man.
Yeah,
he's done, man. Like, some of these guys should die in jail.
This watch list is unfair because some of these guys are
Die in jail.
like they're never coming out.
When's Argentina? So when's Argentina playing Brazil?
There's some spicy quotes coming out, like, innit?
Yeah. But all I know is that when that game happens, whoever's at the 12:30 kickoff is finished. Always. Because them guys always come home like the night before. 24 hours before kickoff. But
shattered. Marley had Ange and Onana. I mean, they got
to stay. So who did I have on there?
You had Joey, you had Havertz and Trossard.
They got to come off, man.
I can you know what? Good behaviour. Havertz can come off for good behaviour, bro.
Good behaviour? Even though he's injured?
Yeah, he can come off, bro. Like, to be fair, the guys that are out for the whole season.
Is he still on tag, though?
100% from one end. The guys that are injured, I can let them off.
Havertz was doing his thing prior to, and we've seen his we've missed him. I don't think he should be on that. Obviously, I understand the guy that put the battery up your back, pause to get on the watch list.
He used me.
Yeah, he used you, and he needs to see the studio one day. He's refused. but yeah, man, Trossard.
I really like Trossard, and me putting him on there was out of disappointment.
No, but I get it. I get it, and I don't know that he's done enough to. He's not done enough to be like. If we was doing it fresh today, he wouldn't be on the watch list.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done enough to come off of it.
Yeah, I agree.
He needs to wait his parole date.
He's got more to do.
Mine was Rashford. It's a tough one because he's doing well at Villa, but for me, he's not even scoring.
Well, there's more to him than goals. I think for wherever you put him on, he wasn't contributing. The mere fact that he's contributed,
he's doing his thing at the attempt of assist.
Asensio scoring the goals, but Rashford's giving at least 2 or 3 assists.
Yeah,
and he's got called up to England squad, so he's not the same.
Can I just say that's something though? You said you don't want to let Fingy off for crying, Xerxes off for crying.
Yeah,
I don't want to let Rashford off for I need a new environment to go and play football, bro. You're a professional. You're getting paid money. Do it at the club, you're right, bro. Because you're punishing Xerxes for being a rubbish team.
But Xerxes missed and then cried, bro. After he was doing gunshots, he was doing gunshots like Arsenal. You live by the gun, die by the gun. It was an episode title, bro.
I'm saying the reason why he's on in the first place is because he's rubbish at a rubbish team.
Yeah.
Rashford was rubbish at a rubbish team,
but
he had to run away.
But he won't get an opportunity, though, was he?
Yeah.
Because of what?
We don't know.
Yeah, because irrelevant of what you said, but I think ultimately, if we're judging someone on what they do on the pitch, whether he's now gone to, it's still the same season.
If he's now gone to the same United now, he'll be cooking at Bologna right now, bro, and he wouldn't even be anywhere near the list. That's what I'm saying.
Potentially.
So you guys,
Rashford did the right. He made a good career decision. What he's done, he's gone up. He left Man United. He's now playing Champions League football. He's in the quarterfinals. He's represented his country. He's
I think
goals and assists. Yeah, man. I think I'd vote for him to come off as well.
What are you saying then, yeah? Dre?
I would say no.
Based on what?
Just based on that, he's not really shown me anything like majorly like different.
What do you mean?
I'm going to be honest. I'm not impressed by him.
No, I know that he's done the assists and all that stuff.
And performances have been okay, right?
Yeah, but it's not enough to come off the list. Like he's not. It's not like he's gone somewhere. He's like a completely different player. Like that's cool. He's just doing what he used to do at Man United, but just not scoring at all.
Is I play 2 like dream teams, a dream team and fantasy Premier League, and Rashford came into one of my teams, bro. So yeah, from when I'm considering putting him in one of our teams, to me, there's been an upturn in his performance.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll vote yes then. I'll vote yes.
Okay, so come off
of that. Yeah, let's get him off there. Man.
That's fine. And the last one that was a collective decision was Ruben Morin.
You know what? He's working his way to come off that list.
Yeah, still working his way.
Yeah. I don't think there's no chance he's coming off of that list for me at the moment. What's he done, man?
Yeah.
What, 1-2 games?
In a row.
Yeah.
That's done. To jump the bars too low.
He was at Leicester and Real Social then.
Yeah. He is unbeaten in the Europa though. Come on, man. Give him a bit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the only way he can get off is by winning Europa, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably the same way for Ange as well. Because they're both on it.
Them two on joint venture.
Yeah, exactly. For the same cup. All right, quickly, let's wrap it up. Back pages, obviously we're gonna...
Okay.
Yeah, what was it?
No, I say, before you do back
Yeah,
pages,
go on.
I'm just looking at this beef between Arda Güler and...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, did you see it? Yeah.
Well, you said that, then Güler came back and said, this guy's a joke. Isn't 6 goals enough to shut him up? So, did they score 6 goals past Hungary?
No, 3. Oh, yeah, 5. I think it was 6-1 on aggregate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hungry though, bro.
Yeah.
Why do you even beef it, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I love
that
seeing
was
that
funny.
in football, man.
I only
More
saw
of
the
it, man.
I only saw the first part, but you've explained the second now.
Do you know how much of a hate you got to be to go and find out how many minutes? When you're a professional footballer.
Because I wouldn't have understood it. Like that's some cryptic message, man. Like only you know as the freaking adversary.
No, I'm sure Güler didn't even know what he was
How
talking
old is Szoboszlai?
about. I think he's like 20.
He's mid-20s.
4,
Yeah.
24,
And
something like
how
that.
old is Arda?
Others about 19.
He needs to go out there, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
man. Anyone can get it. Anyone can get it.
Yeah, but that's
exactly.
within the age range, man.
He's
That's within
bullying,
the
yeah.
record.
No, I think
Bullying,
Güler
proper.
started it, bro.
Nah, he should be the bigger man.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the 6 goals and tell the shout.
Right, and then obviously we got a back pages segment quickly. Obviously, where we highlight can be like a team, a player, can be outside the world of football, be someone that's done good in the world of sport. I would say strives.
Yeah, mine's obvious, man. Myles Lewis-Skelly. Shout out to them stupid pricks, man. The racists, bastards.
Joey.
Yeah, no, mine is all the racist people making it entertaining.
The British media.
Everybody outside of London, I need you, bro. It's entertaining, man. Right, one thing I'll say it in the group, like, if I'm Skelly, bro, I'm embracing this, bro. I'm becoming Shawn Michaels, Shawn Michaels circa 95, boy. Oh, man.
Hey, honourable mention as well to Belmont Athletic, man. Got a good win.
Oh, you came back.
Is it 2-1 down, yeah?
Yeah, 2-1 down. And I remember on the way to the game, Joey was wondering what the hell I was doing there. Even I was wondering, but to come back with a victory, that was nice.
Sick. Joey, who did you pick in the end? Or you
It
just
was the racists.
I just want to make sure that
population of Britain, yeah. Just doing their job to make us angry and play better football.
Della?
Easy one for me. There's no point in me doing honourable mention. Yeah, this has to go to Myles Lewis-Skelly, man.
Sugar, everyone's gone MLS. Should I go someone a bit different? You know what? I don't know. I was going to go MLS, but I might just give it to Kane now, just because he scored back-to-back again for England. He's still scoring.
No, you can give it to Skelly, bro. I think I've represented the white side.
Well,
Yeah, to be fair.
this guy is so stupid, man.
To be fair, MLS
Everybody's had a voice today.
To be honest, it was so obvious that everyone was going to choose MLS, but yeah, well done to him, man. He's done it. He's done it well. Thing is, the good thing about it is when you're young and you're using your football to show people what it is that you're paid to do, and he did it for England as well, bro. Like, there's no better feat for him to do it in.
Do you think people will be chatting shit if he's scoring important goals in the World Cup?
No, you know how fickle this country is. He'll be a saviour again, but until he does something wrong again.
Until he misses a penalty or something, and then they'll stab him in the back.
He'll get a red card, and then he'll go back to... They'll be like, I knew he couldn't trust him.
Do you have to accept that when you decide to play for England, though? Like, is there somebody whose mental health role should be to let all the black players know that?
I think that's what his mum does, though, because she seems like she's got a proper sensible head on her shoulders. Studied the game, studied what it takes, and I think he's got a good family structure around him. Obviously I don't know him personally, but just from what I see in the way they present themselves, I think his mum's that, because.
So then, who was that person for Saka and Rashford when them men were missing up penalties? Because, like,
Saka's probably his family as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these men should know that. So, like, I don't know why they're like sad or doing interviews after. Like, this is
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what you did. Remember, I'm saying, who
done interviews?
No, Saka did the interview.
Yeah, the interview.
But the thing is, I can't lie though. With the Saka, Rashford, and Sancho one, that one was.
But remember what I said. Remember what I said. If that's me, I'm becoming the ultimate baddie.
No, but bro, like I think was this the final? This was the final.
Not baddie like that.
This is So this is the final penalties fight, bro. Like the whole of England literally is on your back, bro.
Let's fucking have it.
Yeah. Like they needed a little bit extra support. Like,
I don't know,
100.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Not me, man.
Yeah, but
I wish it could be me, boy.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Podcast Pundits. We'll be back at the same time, same place next week. Tune in, give us a like, give us a follow. We appreciate all the love. Peace.